Hello guys, welcome back. This is Krishna again, and today we will talk about TensorFlow a little bit more because last time we started a Google Collab series, okay, in which I initiated some TensorFlow operations there. So I just want to continue the TensorFlow using Google Colab, so you guys will able to understand and you will come more closer to deep learning. So TensorFlow is very much important because this video I'm going to teach you using the help of a library which is built by Google in 2015 and again version 2 released in 2019. So using TensorFlow, I'm going to create the whole playlist. You means I'm going to implement a deep learning using TensorFlow, and that's why you guys must know about the basic operation of TensorFlow. If you guys are not aware with this TensorFlow, might be you will get a lot of problem. If I will start writing different kind of code, you guys will not able to understand. So I would recommend you to please go through the playlist from start till now, so you guys will able to understand each and every topic very easily. So let's go to Chrome and remember you guys last time I created a Google Colab sheet. So let's see. I really don't know the name. I forget a little bit about it. But anyways, we will check it out because I told you means whatever going to create on Google Colab kind of sheet, it will definitely store in my drive. Okay, so don't worry, drive will automatically respond me. I will simply click on that file and it will pop up. So Google Colab I have to find. So this is Google Colab. You have to simply click on this, a kind of new window where you will get like a welcome to Colab. And this is that sheet, you can say 01 deep learning tutorial IPYNB is the extension of this file. And it was created by me only on June 21st. So it's 2 days or 3 days back, right? So no worries. I'm just going to launch this file only. So let's see, it is loading my file and it will show you all the code, what I have left, what I had mentioned last time. So yeah, there are a few codes we have. So moving with the same code, because I told you this is called shell, this is also shell. So each and every kind of the strap you are looking over here are shell. Okay, so you have to simply mention your code and it will you have to press shift plus enter to execute whatever you mention in the shell. Okay, and it will simply give you the output. And I also told you like to connect with GPU, TPU, whatever you are interested in, because Google Colab provide all kind of RAM over here. So you can avail them for free, okay? So last time I had shown you like TPU 335 GB, some sort of RAM was provided to me, okay, by Google Colab. But after some time by next day, I tried to explore once again, but I was not getting such kind of RAM. But anyways, let me check it out once again whether I'm getting 335 GB of RAM or not. Because my expectation was 12.67 GB of each kind of RAM, but here last time on the video itself, it is available there. 335 GB was allocated to me by Google. Let's see today what kind of RAM we are getting. Oh my God. Again, 334.56 GB. I don't know why it is happening. Trust me. Means on another Gmail account, I'm not getting 334.56 GB, but in this PC, why I'm getting 334.56 GB, I don't know. And one more thing, you guys will also not get such kind of RAM. I don't know why they're giving me such kind of RAM. It's really beyond my mind. Okay. So, anyways, I'm lucky enough to avail these services. Okay. Anyways, uh, let me run the whole shell once again. And I want to teach you about basic operation of TensorFlow here. So TensorFlow basic operation, basic operation. I will mention here and I will simply comment this. So to comment it, there are two options. Either you have to press means at the start you have to put your cursor. My cursor is blinking at the start, you can see that, and I'm simply pressing shift hash. Okay, and it is commented now. Okay. So see, if I will hit shift enter, it will not give me any output. See, because this is comment. It is also available in my Python playlist. So if you guys are not aware very much with Python, please go through it, the playlist, okay, and you will definitely able to understand each and every topic very easily. And that playlist is in Hindi, okay. So if you guys have any problem with that, just let me know in the comment section. I will definitely create a Python playlist in English as well. Don't worry. All right. So I would like to show you one more operation. See, this is a comment, right? Like I mentioned, hash and TensorFlow basic operations. It comments the whole line. Okay, means the interpreter will not able to convert it into 0 and 1. Means what happened? I will tell you. Whenever you mention anything here, okay, in this shell, okay, whatever you mention, so that basically go to a remote server called Google server. Okay, Google server. Okay, so in Google server, the whole operation executed means whatever thing we are mentioning here, it simply go to a remote server called Google server, because we can see here Google compute engine backend called TPU RAM are being is being used by my Google Colab sheet. So Google server will accept this value as an input, and it process means it simply convert the whole operation into binary. Okay, binary like a 0 1. Okay, and then pass to the CPU, but that CPU capacity is much higher than our machine. Of course, our machine has like 8 GB of RAM. They have terabytes or zettabyte of what you can say RAM and storage and whatever it is available. So they are simply providing us a fraction of each and every kind of resources, because we are using Google Colab here. So it this binary will process here, and the output will also generate it in the form of binary itself, means in 0 and 1 only. That binary data again transfer back to Google Colab, and we are able to see the output like this one. Okay, see here I mentioned print parenthesis, I am Krishna Kumar, an AI engineer in Chetu India Private Limited. So once I hit shift shift plus enter, it's simply giving me this output. I am Krishna Kumar, an AI engineer in Chetu India Private Limited. Hope you guys can see. Okay, so this whole operation execute in Google CPU, not in my CPU. Okay, I'm only getting the output on my screen, and that's it. Okay, so now hope these things should be clear to you guys. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you about TensorFlow only. So basic operation in TensorFlow, like what is Tensor, I already taught you about it, but today we will see like how many basic operations are there using which we can start, we can took initiative to learn deep learning models, to means how to create a deep learning model, what kind of parameter we have to pass. Okay, so you guys must aware about it. Okay, once I will start teaching you about basic concept of TensorFlow. Okay, so let's start. So guys, first of all, we have to simply call TensorFlow, because TensorFlow is a library kind of package which we use. Okay, so we have to import package. I also taught this concept in Python. What is package module? You guys have to go through it, and once you will go through it, you will definitely able to understand it very easily. So see, I'm also getting recommendation. I mentioned here I imported, and it is showing me TensorFlow as TF. So Google Colab is quite intelligent, okay, because here AI is also integrated now, okay, which recommend you, which suggest you what next steps should be taken, right? So it recommend us everything. So I'm simply going to mention TensorFlow as TF, okay. See, why I'm using TensorFlow as TF? TF is not mandatory. If you don't want to use this, don't use it, okay? But there would be some complications. What kind of complications you guys have to face? So one second, let me remove this. I'm simply mentioning import TensorFlow and hitting Shift Enter. See, it is imported now. Means I can use TensorFlow now. I imported a library which is also not downloaded in my PC. It is available in Google Compute Engine. Okay, it is available in Google CPU. Okay, they have TensorFlow. They have all kind of libraries. Most of the time, you will get all kind of libraries. Okay, I will show you a few more examples which is not available in Google Engine. So I will help you out to understand how to download those libraries and you can use it here. Okay. So for now, I'm just showing you this is import TensorFlow. I imported a library TensorFlow, and I'm going to teach you like how to make tensors. So let's see how to make tensor. Tensor means nothing but an array. Tensor means nothing but an array. Okay. Now I'm going to make it a heading. Okay, so how can we make a heading? So a heading, to make it a heading, that is very simple. You have to simply put a hash there in front of it and then one single space. Okay, at least one single space you have to provide, and you have to press a control and twice. See, so I'm getting like how to make tensor array question mark. It is looking quite good, right? But if you want to make it like a little bit smaller, you have to put two hash there, and you have to mention how to make tensor. Why I'm teaching you guys, I will let you know, but just focus on this. Like I mentioned, two has this time. Okay, and I'm mentioning again control okay, see, it is looking quite smaller than this, right? So if you want to make it more smaller, you have to put three hash there, and you have to mention again, I'm going to mention the same statement, how to make tensor array question mark, and I'm hitting control plus twice. Okay, see, it is looking more smaller than this. Now you guys will think, can we make four hash in front of it? I will say yes, you can make it. Like you have to mention four hash there, and you have to mention how to make tensor array. Okay, question mark and two time control plus Okay, all right. Can we make it more smaller? Let's see. So this time I mentioned five hash in front of my statement. Okay, so how to make tensor array and a question mark there, control See, it is looking more smaller. Again, can we do it with six hash? Yes, we can do that. How to make tensor? Okay, so let's see. I'm mentioning here how to make tensor, and now this time I'm again going to hit shift See, this is the smallest one. Now, can we make it more smaller? Let's see. So this time I'm mentioning 7 time hash, and I will mention how to make tensor array control No. So what do we understand with this? We simply understand it is working on HTML kind of markup language, H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So cannot make it smaller than this. Okay. So only up to 6 hash it is available. So let's see how to make tensors. Okay, what are tensors? Tensors are nothing but an array. Okay, so we already learned in machine learning playlist array we can also create using NumPy. So what is the benefit to make an array in TensorFlow? I will tell you. So first of all, I just want to show you what kind of tensor we have available in TensorFlow. So let's see. So I'm going to create first tensor. So because I imported tensor on the top, as you can see, I'm just scrolling up, import a tensor. So you have to mention tensor flow every time. Okay, then a dot, and then suppose if you want to make a tensor, okay, so you can make it like I just want to make a constant tensor. Okay, so there are two kind of tensor available in TensorFlow. Right now, I'm not going on that. I'm simply going to teach you like how can we create a tensor. So let's say I just want to create a tensor. This is a tensor. Okay, I want to store this tensor. Tensor means nothing but an array. Keep in mind. Okay, so it will be clear. Okay. So I just created a tensor where we have a single value without any square bracket. Means in array generally exists inside a square bracket, but here we do not have any square bracket. So let's hit shift enter. So once you will hit shift enter, it will do some processing and it will help you out, okay, to get the output. Here we can see green tick. That means this shell has been executed now. So if I want to print the value of a, shift enter, I will get a 10. Okay, but I'm getting little weird, right? Like it is not 10 only, it is something else. Like it is mentioning tf dot tensor. So look this term. I was talking about this only. Tensor, okay? So tensor is 10, okay, where the shape is null, means zero vector, okay? D type means data type is int 32. It is a int 32 data type. Means to store this value, TensorFlow use int 32 type of memory size, okay, which is quite huge, okay, to store such kind of value, because this can be managed by int 8, okay. So why they are using int 32? It also overflow. Overflow means losing the data, okay. So I will tell you what I'm talking about. It is all about the memory management part, so I'm not going in that. So this is a tensor. In tensor, we have like a tf.tensor. Tf is nothing but TensorFlow. It is the identifier of TensorFlow, okay? And tensor means array. 10 means there is a single value which is called 10, okay? And shape is nothing means 0. Means here we don't have anything, no value, okay? So that means it doesn't have any square bracket around it, okay? Means 10 doesn't have any square bracket. See, this is called what? This is a scalar tensor. Now, if you want to create some sort of like more complex tensor, you can do that. Like let's say I assigned a variable b. I am mentioning TensorFlow dot constant, okay? And at this time, see, I'm getting recommendation. This is very good feature. Means AI really help a lot to people to recall better opportunity without doing any kind of additional Google search, right? So these things are very helpful. Means this is called co-pilot mode, okay? So it is like I'm talking about this tensor. This time I'm going to create a one-dimensional tensor. One-dimensional tensor means a tensor have multiple value but only have single outer bracket, okay? Square bracket. This is called single outer bracket I'm talking about. So let's say I'm mentioning here 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, okay, and shift enter I'm hitting, okay. And once I would like to print this, I can simply print it and I will get some sort of value like this, okay. So shift enter. See, tf.tensor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time I'm getting this tensor inside a square bracket. That means this is one dimension array because it has at the outermost region only single bracket, and that's why this is called one dimension array. And see, shape is looking little bit different than this, right? Here we do not have anything, but here we have a value called 5. Now where it is come from? So we will discuss about it. So see, if you will go in this section array, if you will count all the elements, the element counting should be 5, okay? And that is mentioned here only, okay? That means its shape is 5, okay? There are 5 elements, okay? And this comma is generally to represent a tuple, because this shape always you will get in the form of tuple, and that's why you are getting a comma, because there is single value inside this. I already covered this topic in my Python playlist, so I would recommend you to go through my Python playlist. You will get aware with every kind of detail, okay? So I must recommend you to go through it, okay? So this is again data type int 32, okay? So there is one element, so it is mentioned here like 10, and the shape is 1 comma nothing, okay? 1 comma there is nothing, right? So it means one dimension, it has only one bracket, so that's why we are getting single value inside this tuple. If we will get double value, so that means it is two dimensional. If we'll get three values separated by comma inside this parenthesis, that means it's a three-dimensional or matrix, you can say, okay? So now I'm going to create a matrix this time. Let's say C is equal to TensorFlow dot constant and I'm going to build a two-dimensional array. So what you have to do, just to see this, okay, just focus on this. There are single bracket, okay, out there. Okay, let me show you. Oh, I make this wrong. The spelling is not right. Tensor flow, okay. And then you have to mention single bracket, okay, like opening and closing bracket. Inside this, you have to create two more brackets, opening and closing, okay. Then a comma, and then you have to mention one more bracket out there, okay. So inside this outer bracket, inside first outer bracket, okay, there are two more brackets separated by comma. Now I'm going to mention, let's say, some values in it. Let's say I am just taking random values, so don't think I'm using one and two only. It is just a random value, okay. So inside this, this is my first, this is my first what, an array, okay. Okay, let me make it like this, okay. I'm making like this to this one, okay. So 1 2 3 4 5, okay. So it is looking like this. So what do you think? If I will run this, I will get output. I will not get anything. I will get simply an error. Okay. Which is nothing but, you know what? It is simply asking us to keep equal number of value these two square brackets. Then it will be a successful array. Otherwise, it will be not a successful array, okay, or matrix. So I have to keep similar number of values in it. Like if in this square bracket I have 5 elements, so similarly in this square bracket I must have 5 elements. Otherwise, it will not execute. Now, if I will run this, it will simply execute it. If I will print this value, let's say C, and hitting shift enter, I will get this tensor. Now this is looking a little bit different, right? So you guys have learned about matrix tensor in your school, college, okay, but never focused on that. You just guys learning those subject to get the marks, right? But now I will let you know that those mathematics are really helpful in real world problem, in to solve AI problems, okay? Because without tensor, without determinants, you guys cannot understand machine learning, deep learning, because here we are doing experiment. Everything you have to explore from scratch. You have to visualize the concept, like how a machine understand about any object, okay, like how a machine detect any object. So there you need a lot of computation capacity. You have a good visualization capacity, so you can visualize, if I will do this operation, then what will happen after uh, doing this kind of experiment. You guys have to very much very much aware with it, okay. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So in school we have talked about matrix. Everybody learn about matrix. So if I will ask you create a matrix, every people will create something like this: 1 2 3 4 5, okay. Then 3 1 comma 3 4 5, right? So this is called a matrix in our school or college, right? Now in computer world, how computer will generate the same matrix? So this is the this way a computer will generate this matrix. Now what do you want to tell? So I simply want to tell you, like computer or machine doesn't have big square bracket, right? Here you cannot see big square bracket. So there is small square bracket. It is simply managing their work, right? Using this small square bracket. So don't worry. Uh, in our pen and paper, we are very much compatible to make anything bigger or smaller using pen, right? So we use big square bracket there in our mathematics notebook, right? But in computer world, you have to use this small square bracket to create any kind of 2D, 3D, 4D, or n dimension of array. Dimension. These are called dimensions, okay? So let me tell you, if I want to create this into this form, I have to simply, means if anybody will ask me giving this kind of a matrix to me and ask me, Krishna, can you convert it into computer kind of matrix? I will say, yes, I can convert it, but how? So I will simply keep all the values of first row inside one bracket. So 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5 square bracket close. Similarly, I will keep the other one is in it in this form 1, 3, 4, 5 square bracket close. Now these two rows are inside a big bracket, right? So in computer world there is no big bracket, so we in computer we are using small bracket. Okay, so this is called two-dimension array. This and this both are same. Okay, so this is called two-dimension array. Now how we detect this, this is a two-dimension array? So see, here we have one bracket and the outermost, I'm talking about outermost. Okay, we have one bracket. So start counting from start. Okay, so here we have one bracket. After this we have one more bracket. So this is called a two-dimension array because it has two brackets. Okay, so you guys will ask me, so how we will detect the one dimension array? I will say this is 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 bracket close. So is this a one dimension array? I will say again, start counting the very start bracket, means how many brackets are there at the initial stage. Okay, at the very start. Okay, so there is one bracket only, so this is called one dimension array. Dimension array. Okay, and this is also called vector, which I already created at this portion. See, I mentioned also vector tensor one dimension array. Vector tensor one dimension array. Oh yeah, one dimension array. So now moving ahead, if somebody will ask me, Krishna, can you make a three-dimension array? I will say, of course I can create it, but to create three-dimension array, I have to use triple bracket there at the start and at the end. Okay, so let's see. I'm just keeping single value inside every square bracket. See, I will tell you one thing. Okay, so you guys will betterly understand this. Let me show you a picture. See, I'm just putting some values on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I want to tell you like what is a scalar, what is vector, what is matrix, and what is tensor. Okay, what is tensor? Okay, beyond that everything is tensor. Okay, you can say them array, there is no problem. Okay, so I just want to teach you like how we will differentiate. This is only a terminology, guys. It's all are the part of an array. These all are array, nothing else. Okay, it's just the terminologies we are using from different kind of dimensional array. So see, it these values doesn't have any square bracket around it. Like this is not inside a square bracket, right? So this is simply a zero dimension, zero dimension, zero dimension tensor, you can say, or you can say scalar. Scalar. This is called zero dimension scalar. You can say either zero dimension or you can say scalar. So you can call any one out of these. Now, if you will merge them, if you will merge them like this, you will make the pair of two, okay, of each number. Like here 5 comma 6. Here we have 7 comma 8. So these are called one dimension. Okay, or you can either say is a vector. You can say either one dimension or vector. These are vector because it has one square bracket around. Okay, now if you'll move in the same sequence, and you again make the pair of two array. Okay, like this is one dimension array, this is one dimension array, and you are containing it inside another big bracket, so it will become two dimension array. Two dimension array. Similarly, this one, it will simply become two-dimensional array. Oh, this is square bracket, guys. Sorry for my bad handwriting. Okay, so this is two-dimensional array. But this two-dimensional array is also known as matrix. Okay, matrix. All right. Again, if you will merge them, if you will merge them like this, 1 comma 2 square bracket, then 3 comma 4 square bracket and square bracket close, comma 5 comma 7 comma 7 comma 8 square bracket close, and you will keep all the value inside a big square bracket. It will become simply a three-dimensional array. Three-dimensional array. Okay, but this is we generally called tensor. Okay, this is we generally called tensor. Okay, and if you will get like a 4 bracket, 5 bracket, 6 bracket, 7 bracket at the initial point, okay, these all are known as tens. You can say, tell them matrix, you can say tell them array, but in the books, in theories, it is mentioned like if there are more than two-dimensional array, means more than two square bracket at the starting point, you can simply tell them tensors. Tensor means this kind of matrix, and this kind of matrix contain a lot of number, and this number is flowing throughout the neural network, and from there they extract this name TensorFlow kind of stuff. So guys, hope you like this video. If you like this, please do like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, families, everyone. Okay, and do comment. Okay, so if you'll get any kind of problem, do comment in the comment section. That is open. Okay, you can say, you can share your thoughts, you can share like what kind of complications you're getting while going through the series. Okay, and I will definitely try to rectify it as soon as possible. So hope you like this. Please do like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys, thank you very much.